Hi, this is Reed Timmer, meteorologist with tvnweather.com with a severe weather bulletin. And it looks like another historic blizzard is going to affect parts of the southern plains. And if you think that the last system was big, that one's like summer camp compared to this one, although different areas will be affected. And we'll get into the details right now. Overall, this is the synopsis of all the winter storm warnings and blizzard warnings. You can see blizzard warnings in the northern Texas Panhandle, eastern New Mexico, eastern Colorado, southwest Kansas, western Oklahoma. Some of the models are predicting 20, even 30 inches of snow if it's all snow. There's also winter storm warnings extending east from there in eastern Kansas, central Oklahoma. We expect 3 to 6 inches, probably in the southern end of that winter storm warning. And in the northern end of eastern Kansas, the official forecasts are for 10 to 14 inches. So this is definitely the real deal. It'll probably extend east and affect the Kansas City area and then weaken with time. And right now, this blizzard is already underway. There's very heavy snow reported in the Denver area. There's already been 14.2 inches of snow reported in some areas, and that was as of 9 a.m. Mountain Time. So since then, there's likely been much more snowfall with these 2 to 2.5 inch per hour snowfall rates. And for that reason, there are blizzard warnings in effect in eastern Colorado. That includes Lyman, just east of Denver, the Castle Rock area, and also in southeast Colorado from Kim to Springfield, including Trinidad. And we expect about 3 to 7, maybe 8 or 10 inches in the southeast portion of that blizzard warning. But right up against the mountains, there's already been probably up to 1.5 feet of snow. And with those winds gusting to 45, 50 miles an hour, especially east in the plains, that's creating whiteout conditions and drifts that are probably several feet deep. And a closer look at the blizzard warnings in the southern plains further east. The west is southwest Kansas, Dodge City, Garden City, Scott City, all under blizzard warnings. We expect 10 to 14 inches of snow, especially in the southeast part of that blizzard warning, but the 45 to 50 mile per hour winds are the big problem there. And on the right is western Oklahoma, and I believe that with the models trending further south, and we'll get into that a little bit later, that this is going to be the hardest hit area. I'd say Alva to Woodward to Watonga could easily get over 1.5 feet of snow with 50 mile an hour winds. Who knows? If these models verify, we could even have 20 to 30 inches of snow with drifts several feet deep. Who knows? 10, 12 foot drifts with these type of winds are not out of the questions. There's going to be road closures, potentially deadly situation. Do not be out on the road starting tonight in western Oklahoma and starting right now in the Denver area and eastern Colorado. And earlier last night, the models were trending a little bit north, but they've gone south since then. But these models still showed 20 to 30 inches of snow, and this is liquid water equivalent. So if you assume a 10 to 1 ratio, those 2 to 3 inches of water equivalent precipitation equates to 20 to 30 inches of snow. Of course, that might be a little aggressive. We'll see. If it's not aggressive, this is going to be a historic blizzard that will go down in the record books. And since that time, this is the total snowfall, or actually liquid equivalent precipitation through the whole entire event. This is the latest morning NAM model total precipitation, and it has a bullseye in northwest Oklahoma. And those purple regions are 3.5 to 4 inches of water equivalent precipitation. So that equates to about 3 feet of snow. And with 50 mile an hour winds, it's going to be pure chaos up there. If you also look at the GFS, that shows that it's roughly in agreement with the NAM model, and the Euro model has been nailing this thing all along, and this is trending further south, so who knows if this trend continues. Even the Oklahoma City area could be expecting some of these potentially deadly blizzard conditions with much more snowfall than the 3 to 6 inches that's currently forecast in the winter storm warning. And the upper levels at 500 millibars, what's responsible for this storm system is a powerful trough of low pressure, and you can see it here just getting going. This is 6 a.m. earlier this morning. You can see that classic ski jump shape. If this were in May with moisture in place, it would likely be a tornado outbreak, but this time of year, this is a blizzard. And if you step forward 12 hours later, this is 6 a.m. on Monday, you can see that the vorticity maximum there with the red X is now closed and intensifying. It's located just southwest of Oklahoma, and typically at 500 millibars, when you get these vorticity maxima that track right along or south of the Red River, that's when Oklahoma, southern Kansas, up into Missouri gets pounded, and that's what's going to happen with this storm. Stepping 12 hours in advance, that vort max is just east of Oklahoma. You're going to have some wraparound, very heavy precipitation. We call that the deformation zone on the backside of the storm. Southeast Kansas will be getting hammered. The Kansas City area will be getting a lot of snow, up to a foot there. if this track stays consistent. And the snowfall will weaken with time with eastern extent, and I'll show you that a little bit later as well. But right now in the surface map, this shows the heavy snowfall that's falling right now in the Denver metro area. Probably over 1.5 feet in spots, right up against the mountains with that easterly upslope flow. It also shows the cold front on the bottom right portion of that map, and that cold front is surging into Oklahoma. And if you look at the Oklahoma mesonet, you can see that perfectly. You've got temperatures already below freezing in the Oklahoma Panhandle, temperatures in the 30s in northwest Oklahoma and part of those hardest hit areas, and this front is surging southward. And where I'm doing this bulletin right now at TVN headquarters in Norman, temperatures are in the 60s. So that's a 40 degree temperature drop that will probably unfold as this cold front surges southeast. And the snow should start tonight in earnest and get heavy, and the blizzard conditions will develop overnight tonight in northwest Oklahoma. The blizzard warnings are in effect from 6 p.m. Starting 6 p.m. tonight, extending all the way through tomorrow in northwest Oklahoma. Winter storm warnings in central Oklahoma starting late night tonight, extending through tomorrow into Tuesday morning. So this is the real deal. This is nothing to mess around with. I can almost guarantee this is going to be a record-breaking winter storm and blizzard for the Southern Plains. And the Euro model has been nailing this thing all along. The Euro model has been right on. Connor McCrory, one of my friends, is obsessed with the Euro. I'd say he probably said the word Euro last night about 25 times, and he's right. This thing has had it all along. It's had this southern track, and the GFS and the NAM models have been trending south as well. And it also shows that vorticity maximum moving just south of the Red River, which puts Oklahoma, southern Kansas, right in that heaviest area of snow. And now this is a forecast snow depth from the NAM model, and this is intense. This shows the gravity of this situation. It shows those blue areas, the bullseyes in northwest Oklahoma, another one in southeast Kansas. You've also got up to 1.5 feet of snow expected over parts of northern Missouri as the system weakens. As it progresses up toward the Great Lakes region, Chicago will probably get 3 to 6 inches as it weakens, just like last system. But in that bullseye in northwest Oklahoma, centered over Woodward and Alva, Laverne areas, those snowfall totals could be in excess of 2 feet. And we have 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts on top of that. That means mass chaos, and it also means stay off the roads, whatever you do. And there's also going to be a severe weather portion of this storm in the southeast on the Gulf Coast. Actually starting today, late tonight, in Texas, severe storms will develop in the hill country of Texas, all the way down south to the San Angelo area, including Abilene, Wichita Falls. These should mostly be elevated storms, which means they're not surface-based and tapping into that moisture, but they're going to be hail producers. And there could be a lot of hail, strong straight-line winds produced by these storms. And in the southern region of that slight risk area, if any storms could become surface-based, there is even an isolated non-zero tornado threat with this storm. And now shifting gears completely, going down to the southern hemisphere, and this will conclude this weathercast. And this is in Australia, northwest Australia to be exact. And there's a powerful tropical cyclone that is set to make landfall on Tuesday or Wednesday in the Port Hedland area just east. Wallal areas west of that are going to have a powerful storm surge, and this could easily make landfall as a Category 4, maybe Category 5 storm. It's forecast to be a Category 3 by 5 a.m. on February 26th, and only rapid intensification could happen after that. And the reason for that are these extremely warm waters found in that region. The white areas are upper 80s to near 90 degree surface temperatures. So as this tropical cyclone closes in on the coast, it's likely going to undergo rapid intensification. And this is a very dangerous situation for Port Hedland area. And if it wobbles a little bit to the left, the Broome area could be impacted, and a major storm surge in that concave coastal area there east of Port Hedland. So this is probably going to be the most powerful tropical cyclone to make landfall in northern Australia during their season. So definitely stay tuned to updates on that front too. So if you live anywhere in those blizzard warnings, even the winter storm warnings up into Kansas, stay off the roads. There will likely be road closings. But the Team Dominator, we're about to head out. We're going to chase this thing, and we'll give you continuous updates throughout the storm. So stay safe.